Hello, Lorcan. It is terrible what is going on in the world today. The RTE Sega is a decider for the station. No one knows what happened, only Mr. Turbiddy and whoever agreed to his salary. I know today, Lorcan, you are going to chat about it. Liveline had whole program last Friday about RTE. It was a great week for Gaelic games, and it is well into the championship now. Lorcan is looking for guests on his show. Please email him on lorcancurran45@yahoo.com. He is giving away this week a cup of coffee. The question he was the person to answer is, what are the quarterfinals in the Senior Football Championship in the GA? Please email him for his show on the above address. Meet the presenter. He is looking for ideas for his show.
Hello, welcome to the Wednesday live show today. I just had to make another podcast. I haven't been back for quite a while. As I was saying, there is a lot of things on the news. I would just like to thank Ben for his introduction there. Give an introduction at the start of the show. He is working hard behind the scenes. I've given him ideas, and he's just give you an idea there. He gave me my email address there, and I just hope you can. If you have any ideas or if you want to be on my show as a guest, feel free. So, as I was saying there, it's a start of a week in this story there. As I was saying, it's all over the paper. It's about the RTE salaries. Joe Duffy had a bit about it on Liveline there the other day. He had it all about. It started there the week. It started on Friday, actually. He had a bit about it there. It was going on for the full week there. Just the first breaking news there, I see is state holding in AIB to fall below 50% for the first time since it was bailed out. That's the news there. And then it says more about the RTE. We've been at the receiving end of this for years. RTE education correspondent hits out a culture of state broadcaster. What it basically says is that Amo Kelly described the payment scandal in RTE as unbelievable, but also believed too. The education correspondent spoke strongly about personal battles employees have faced in the organisation and called for deep and profound reform that will give the Irish public what they deserve. And that's the thing, the dialogue that's in that thing. And then I'm sure there's more news then. There's more news then. RT caved into Tubridy's demands as agents came chasing payments, according to what it's saying here. It just says RT bosses have failed to take the heat of the denying Tubridy payments, with a statement pointing most of the blame at former Director General D. Forbes. The late news statement, which showed the broadcaster repeatedly caving to pay demands from Tubridy's agents, was met with alarm and astonishment in political circles. The credibility of RTE's management claim that only Mr. Forbes could have known that publicly declared pay figures for the star was understood to set to extensive line of questions at an Oireachtas committee meeting today. So that is the main thing, as I was saying, as I get out of that. As I was saying before that, a long time ago, I was talking about salaries myself. This is before this, and I made podcasts ages ago about it, and there was nothing. I always thought that some of the RT stars were getting paid too much, and it goes to show you what has happened here. It's a really disaster here for RTE, and people that pay out the license, they work hard for their money, paying, saving, and when they see this, it's going to really annoy them, as I was saying. That is the main issue there. I was trying to get on Joe Duffy, but he had it on. He talked about his salary on it. For so did Miriam O'Callaghan and Claire Bourne. So they did have a bit about it on it. But how do you feel? I'd like to ask my viewers here at home. How do you feel about it? What is what is your belief on it? That's all I'd asked a question there. It needs to be answered, and I'm sure a lot of people are really struggling paying bills, doing this and that, and when they see stories like this, it really makes your blood boil. This whole thing, this whole fiasco, it's going on. They get far too much money. Some of the stars on the top 10, they get a lot of money, and some of them getting lower amounts, some of them getting higher amounts. So it's a lot, and it's a lot to take in. So that is what I'm saying there now today. It's what will come out of these investigations. No one knows really, but it'll probably go on for months. This saga will go on for. So that's the way I start my program today. Today, just talking about it, and so that is. It's all on the paper, as I was saying. And now I was just going to go through the Gaelic games. The scores there. It was a pretty eventful week, really. The Tailteann Cup semi-finals, I just start off there. I got them right anyway, the predictions there. It was Mead 216, Antrim 214. That was a win for Mead, just barely. And then Down had a super win in the Tailteann Cup semi-final. Down 816, Laois 212. So that was that score. And then I'm going backwards. That was played on Sunday as well. Galway Mayo. Galway 12 points, Mayo 110. So Mayo are in the next round in the quarterfinals. And as you know, I got to draw. They're up against Dublin. So that's a tough match there for Mayo. And then the minor football championship, it was Kerry 11 points, Monaghan 111. And then in the hurling, I'm going backwards, as I was saying. That was on a Saturday. I was looking at that. Galway 120, Tipperary 118. That was that match. And now Galway are going to play in the next round. They're going to play Limerick in the semi-final, and that's played next weekend, I think. And then Clare and Dublin. Clare 526, Dublin 217, and Clare then are playing Kilkenny. So that's on the following week as well. And then there was other matches on. Cork in the football. Cork 114, Roscommon 16 points. So Cork had a win there. And Kildare and Monaghan. Monaghan 111, Kildare 13 points. And then Donegal and Tyrone. Tyrone 118, Donegal 13 points. So they were the matches there. And that was the main matches there. And then the fixtures for the week ahead, I'm not sure that they come up on it yet, but the eventful matches that are coming up, more fixtures. I'll read them out. It just says the matches that are on Saturday, July the 1st, they're all on a GA Go if anyone wants trying to get them. Kerry and Tyrone, that's on GA Go. That's on Saturday, 1st of July. And it's on at 3:45 in Croke Park. And then the match after that, Armagh and Monaghan, that's on at 6 o'clock. And that's GA Go. That's on as well, that match. And then July the 2nd, the All Ireland Football Senior Football Quarterfinal. It's Derry and Cork. That's on a 1:45. RT Sports. And then Dublin and Mayo, which I was talking about. That's on at 4 o'clock. So if I was given my predictions in them matches, the first match, as I was saying, Kerry and Tyrone, I give that to. Now I'm being controversial here. I give that to Tyrone. Now, everyone else will go for Kerry, but I'll give that to Tyrone. And then in Armagh and Monaghan, I give that to Armagh. So I think Armagh and Tyrone are going to win in them two matches. And then the next matches after that, Derry and Cork. That's on. I give that to Derry. And then Dublin and Mayo, I give that to Dublin, I think, because then the matches. I'll go through the other matches the following week. So that is all the matches I think that are there now. I went through them all, and now it's going back then to the news there. I was going to go through the RTE website actually, that the Irish Independent. I'll go through the sports news on the Irish Independent here. GA to bank 5 million bonanza for football quarterfinals, double bill according to this. They're going to bring in a lot of money there financially. It says the GA are braced for a 5 million bonanza this weekend with approximately 114 spectators set to make their way to Croke Park for a quarter-final of juicy All-Ireland senior football quarter-finals. The pairings could hardly have been more favourable. Ticket prices are 40 each for seating and 30 for hill. So that's quite pricey for the matches this week. Early indications suggest Croke Park could see around 70,000 in attendance each day. So that's what it's saying there. Conor Glass breaking the mould for football's modern midfielder. And Breaking Ball with Philly McMahon. That's the podcast there. I think if you win that's then the following there. And then in the soccer, it's going to go to the soccer now. Shamrock Bradley happy for Robbie Keane as Shamrock Rovers eye Euro options. Robbie Keane is gone, I say. I don't want to get into politics. Robbie Keane responds to criticism as MAGA Tel Aviv unveiling. So there. And then more about the RTE payments. It just says, we're just as angry. All our donors shows frustration in response to RTE payments. And that's then on that. And then the entertainment news then on that. More about Mr. Tubridy. Can Ryan Tubridy bounce back from the RTE pay debacle? Just saying that. Calm Bean review. Audience is plummeted with jokes and former wrestling grapples without that. Lewis Capaldi cancels the Electric Picnic at set as he stops touring for foreseeable future after Glastonbury. And Black Mirror Season 6, Charlie Brooker's best tale shatters Netflix. In London premiere of Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. I'll be going to that myself, taking that in. Harrison Ford has reprised his role as the whip-crapping globe-trotting archaeologist. The actor, age 80, and members of the cast I see in the thing there. Mr. Matt Mikkelsen, who plays the villain, and it shows you a couple of people there, so a good few people there, and then more, as I was saying there, more about the film there, the what we'll get out of it, I don't know, I'm not sure, but it'd be interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Glastonbury, more about Glastonbury there. TED rules for living your best life according to TV show. So that's about Ted Lasso. And then I was just going to test out the Coming Soon website, which I'm sure there'll be more about Indiana Jones and that. Coming Soon website, as I'm saying, I always check that. So the latest news then on that debacle is just a Secret Invasion episode 2. That's the new series that Samuel Jackson's in. It's a comic. And then Who is Emily Clark's in Secret Invasion? Indiana Jones 5 video showcases series global legacy. Lucasfilms has revealed a brand new Indiana Jones video for the film. Phoebe Waller-Bridge reflects on leaving Donald Glover and Mr. and Mrs. Smiths. So, Venom Stray set video Tom and Spider-Man villain spin-off sequel. And Superman Legacy Clark Kenton thing. And I see there's a new Superman there. It's not coming up on this. I'll put that into it. It's the latest news about Superman. New Superman. Who is David Corran Sweat? Meet the new Superman for James Gunn's films. As I was saying, there it's on the thing there. On Tuesday, the star of Ryan Murphy's Hollywood and key supporting player into politician is poised to don the red cape. On Tuesday, Gunn, the film director, announced Corn Sweat is the role of Clark Kent opposite Rachel Brosnan's Lois Lane, and because this guy kind of looks a younger version of the previous Man of Steel, though the actor has received proclaim for his film on Netflix, The Politician, he's not widely known yet. So that's the news on that on Spider-Man. And then just on Twitter, there's nothing on Twitter there at the moment. On the Irish Times, I'm sure there's more about the financial thing there on that. The Irish Times, I was saying there. An impression performance, 7 of 8 Irish university rise in international ranking, I see. Labour calls Dáil debate on football, urging support for underfunded sport. And then third level students living away from home, facing 14,000 plus in annual costs. And then election scrutiny. So then that's the news then on that. The latest, I'll just go to the electric car batteries. Just how bad are they for the environment? There's a thing there. Ireland needs to spend 55 million by 2030 to protect 30 of marine area life. And Labour calls debate on football, as I was saying there. Irish boxers take on one step closer to Olympic qualification at European. Darina Morehouse, Michelle Walsh, and Aoife O'Rourke all progressed to the next round. Remains found in California mountains confirmed to be those of actor Julian Sands, which that was another terrible story there. As well as the Titanic thing, the submersion, they found it blew up. Them two bits of news there together. It's a really sad week there on a thing. And as I was saying there, Julian Sands, he was in a few films there, but The Girl with Tattoo, Dragon Tattoo, and Leaving Las Vegas he was in, according to this, and Armageddon. So that was sad news. And Trump discusses secret papers on Iran attack, newly released recording, according to that. So we're well into this. Now I'm seeing, as it happens, more about RTE on that. As it happened, RTE outlined who had knowledge of secret payments as staff protest against the contract. RTE says that no matter of its executive board, other than the former Director General D, Forbes should have been aware. In a nine-page statement released this evening by the interim Deputy Director General Adrian Lynch, the broadcaster has attempted to explain the timeline leading to its underreporting of payments. No member of the RTE Executive Board other than the Director General had all the necessary information in order to understand the publicity declared figures for Ryan Tubridy could have been wrong. So that's what it says on that website. And it says something different on all the other papers. It's all on the papers I was saying there. And gymnast turned TikTok superstar Olivia Dunn's rise to the top. So then Paul Mescal started to take to the stage with original play, according to this. EastEnders fan fume as exit confirmed for Carter during heartbreaking scenes. So what that's about is the character was told he needed to depart the home within 24 hours or his beloved brother would face danger. Fans were disappointed though, given the importance of the episode in which the scene aired. So that is a bit of news there, which I hope I didn't reveal any storyline there. So then I'll look at now As It Happens, the 42 website. There's nothing much, as I said, as such on that. But there's more about the Gaelic games on that. It just says about the rugby sevens. Ireland's men's 17 qualified for 2024 Olympics after winning a European gold. That's a great achievement there for them, and congratulations. Anthony Nash, even as fans of the split season, can see the championship is too rushed. I'd agree with that one myself. Sarah Healy set News Irish 1,500 metres record, and Walsh and Morehouse advanced to quarterfinals. Frankie Dettori and Oisin Murphy set to meet July Cup after picking up Royal Ascot whip bands. So that's on that. That's the and then the GEA story there. Cork boss on championship schedule. The one question I have is the 3 weeks in a row. That is really bad. Anthony Nash, even us fans of the split season, can see the championship is too rushed, as I was saying. Injury, slim margin, and poor scoring endurance. How Galway crashed out of the championship. And Tailteann Cup seating arrangement to be reviewed after Croke Park crowding issues. Supporters complained that there was restricted movement in the stadium on Sunday. So that's that new bit of news there. And then the international news, as I was saying myself, which I normally go, the Sky News, Mr. Trump, I'm sure, is in the news, as he always is. He's never out of the news, and he's looking to get re-elected, as saying there, which is bad for everyone else. Ministers weigh contingency plan for collapse of Thames waters. And then it says more about Julian Stans. British actor Julian Stans confirmed dead after remains identified. And a government progress on net zero worrying slow report, according to the UK thing. Reading on a smartphone could let you taste your takeaway before you buy, report predicts. Annie Blackman is doomed to failure. Defiant Putin warns after attempted rebellion, according to this. And then that's the latest news then on the Sky thing. And in the UK, more of it, the actor there that died, Julian Sands. School building collapse that caused deaths of injury very likely. Nicola Bully died accidentally after falling into cold water, coroner concludes. Prince misses basketball shots, then scores. So why has the price of car insurance gone up so much? There's an explanation on that. The entertainment then news, the main entertainment news then. Lewis Capaldi announced break for the foreseeable future. It's kind of silly. Harrison Ford on playing Indiana Jones for 4 decades. And Megan, not a great talent, says top Hollywood agent. So then the US news, which is going to go to the usual thing. Recording emerges of Trump's discussing secret papers after presidency. So what that report is about, a recording of Donald Trump saying he is holding secret documents he didn't classify while he was president has emerged. The tape was made of the former president New Jersey Golf Club and seems to indicate he knew of the proper classification procedure but did not follow them. First obtaining the CNN recording offers new insight into conversation that he cited in special counsel. I'd just like to say something there as I make a podcast every day. Mr. Trump, if you're listening to this podcast, I know you won't be, but do the honourable thing and pull out of the race. You're making a fiasco of this, and you are a big loser. Do you say that? Big loser. You need to pull out and do the honourable thing and tell your supporters the truth for once. That's all I can say in the matter. Someone needs to talk out and I've decided to talk out on my podcast. So thanks for listening anyway on that. So I just thought I'd say that. No one else has said that. So I'd like to end my podcast today. As I was saying there, there'll be more about the RTE things, payments, I'm sure, on the news. It's all over the news. And I hope you enjoyed my podcast today. I went through the Gaelic games, I went through the different things, and Sky News, and more about Mr. Trump. So I'd like to just end my podcast today, and thanks for listening, and I'll see you again with another podcast. So bye.